Just subscribe.
Yeah.
Just subscribe to the channel. The following podcast contains some strong language and some very average opinions. Any references to actual people are wildly inaccurate. It's probably best if you don't listen at all. The Roaring Peacock Podcast. Welcome back to the Roaring Peacock Podcast. This is the match preview of West Ham, that sort of freakish cousin of Chelsea's that, you know, turns up at every family reunion and you're like, oh, you're here again now. You don't hate them. You don't love them, but you're quite fond of them. They're all right. You know, they're always there. And Leeds United, greatest team in the world, saviors of the Premier League, the hope for football in general, the great entertainers, the bastions of Bielsa ball, and the last true champions of English football. If you're a Leeds fan, you're probably in the right place. If you're a West Ham fan, hello! Hi!
If you're a West Ham fan and we lost this game, you're probably in the right place.
My name's Adonis, and you know me as at the Adelites on Twitter. It's a very good hello from me, and joining us to discuss the game is representing the Peacocks, the mighty the mighty canvas merchant himself. At Right Badger Alex.
Hello everybody, it's nice to see you again.
Buy me canvases.
Please buy them so I can replace my voice. It's gone.
And the stranger in our midst, the hammer among birds.
They were going to say hammer among tongues then. I don't know why.
Hammer among tongues.
Hammer among birds. I like it.
From West Ham is Why We Drink pod, it's Adam.
Hi, everyone. Good to be back. And also, can I just start by saying my condolences, RIP to Val, Grandma Val, because,
thank you.
You know,
I'm saying thank you
awesome.
like she was related to me, but you know, no, it's a big loss to the club that, you know, because we're quite a close family sort of unit sort of club. So when we lose somebody like that, a massive character like that, is felt by more than just the team and Calvin. So yeah.
Yeah.
So the first match preview that we did for the reverse fixture, Adam, you were telling us about how much you loved Leeds United because of the documentary, and Val was a big part of that. So it must have affected you as well in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I was sad about it because, you know, like I mentioned before, unlike you, the documentary changed me from being a hater of Leeds United to someone who enjoys Leeds United. And I have a lot of respect for the way that the team plays. You know, as I shared some stories, I've got some fun little interactions with Leeds along in my lifetime, which has led me to have a soft spot in my heart for them. I mean, I still prefer Hull City, but I do like Leeds.
Oh, that is damning with faint praise, that isn't it? I do like Leeds, but you know Hull City. Oof. Oh.
Well, I lived in Hull for 10 years and I worked for the club. So, I mean, of course, I've got a soft spot.
Yeah, I remember you saying
that's what's wrong with you.
Yeah. I mean, you laugh, but it is true.
Okay, Adam, what has happened with West Ham? Because you're not where you should be. Something's gone wrong.
Yeah,
You've
right.
got as many points as you should have for the whole season with 12 games to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to understand why. I think the only argument I've got is the fact that there's a global pandemic, the world's gone mad. Part of the aftershock from that is that we've come good. Although, to give some credit to the club and to David Moyes, you know, after the COVID lockdown happened, we came back and had incredibly good form after the lockdown. You know, because before that we were in the relegation zone. And so we beat Chelsea. We beat a lot of big teams, and then we ended up being safe. You know, it wasn't that close in the end. And so we've kind of pushed on from there. We have managed to sign some players who have massively overperformed. Who would have thought that Craig Dawson on a loan from Watford would come in and be a contender for Premier League Player of the Month? No one. I mean, you'd have got 1,000,000 to 1 odds on it. So there are a lot of things coming together. But more than everything, like West Ham are a real team. You know, when Leicester won the league, it was the same thing. There weren't very many players.
All right, settle down, Adam. You're not winning the league.
We're not.
Fucking hell.
But I think that consistency and like the camaraderie and a team spirit, I think that has a lot more importance than anyone ever talks about.
Yeah, it does. If you take that away from our team, you've got a championship mid-table side. So.
Yeah. Similar teams, we're just a little bit better.
You've got no answers, basically. You've got no fucking idea. You've broken into the top 6, and you're like a little kid who's accidentally found himself in a pub. Doesn't know what to do. It's too soon for him, but he's happy.
Well, he's somehow managed to find a couple of drinks because he's enjoying himself in the pub.
The Roaring Peacock does not advocate underage drinking.
Why not? And you're in Leeds. What else is there to do? It's lockdown. I mean, they should be with a special brew. Why not? Yeah, drink. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's West Ham is Why We Drink podcast, and his name is Adam Frankel.
And I live in Texas, so come and get me.
Okay. So last time we had no plan for the pod. We were talking about Grealish being with a naked black girl, and you were very bemused at our style of podcast. Since then, we've become incredibly professional.
I know, it's fantastic, isn't it, now?
Yeah. I've got a schedule. I've written things on a piece of paper and everything.
Wow. That's impressive.
I know. Right?
Peace in our time. Peace in our time.
Yeah. Progress.
Well,
So,
congrats.
first we'll look at the recent results then. And we'll start off with you, Adam. City 2, West Ham 1. What happened?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of encouragement, really, because Man City are arguably the best team in the world. They're definitely one of them. And that match was incredibly close. Probably one of the closest games they have played all season. You know, when you look at the score sheet, you know, Diaz and John Stones were the 2 goal scorers because we absolutely limited their attackers. They didn't have anything. And, you know, we also hit the post and missed another golden opportunity that we could have scored as well. And so that game was actually very encouraging because most good teams just get rolled over by Manchester City. So I think...
Not Leeds, though.
No, that's why we drew with them. So
Yeah. Draw, I guess taking a point off City is not for everyone.
yeah, it's not, is it? You know.
No, it's not. I mean, we did that as well, actually, the first time we played them earlier in the season. So you're right. It's not for everybody, but we have done that as well.
Okay. Leeds 0, Villa 1. Alex.
Do I have to talk about this again? No, it was a really disappointing game. They set out to basically disrupt our play. The pitch was fucked. We had 2 chances where a striker went to shoot, slipped, and it turned into a beautiful cross. The difference is that Rafinha couldn't get on the end of Bamford's, but then they got on the end of theirs and scored, and then just went, we have the lead now. We sit back. And then we peppered them, and then just didn't do anything. So, really frustrating shit.
Okay. Two recent results, 2 losses, so we'll move on as quickly as possible
yes,
then.
Please.
And
good idea.
Unfortunately, we're moving on to the reverse fixture. So Leeds 1, West Ham 2. What happened was Bamford got taken down by Fabianski in the 5th minute. It was a penalty. Click took the penalty very badly.
Awful penalty.
But the thing is, Fabianski was off his line, so it had to be retaken. Click put it in the other corner, so that was good. And then, unfortunately, West Ham scored 2 goals, and I don't really know why, you horrible bastard.
Yeah, why would you do that to us? You know, we've gone 1-0 up. Why would you spoil us party by scoring 2? It's just not fair.
at our home as well.
Yeah.
You were our guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look.
So
I mean, we gave you a penalty, so I mean, it's not like we weren't. And we brought you a penalty earlier. So look, we showed up to your house with a fucking gift. So be grateful. And then we did what we came to do. So I mean,
it's like showing up to a house party with a bottle of wine though, and then pissing in the house plant. It's not fair,
right?
It's just it's not good.
But it's going to happen when you throw a big party. It's going to happen.
You're going to piss in a house plant.
Who doesn't? Wow, this podcast really took a turn for the piss.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was frustrating that, especially the whole penalty situation. I mean, I agree that rule's fucking stupid. To get any sort of momentum for a keeper, you're gonna step off your line. I mean, it worked in our favour for that. We didn't win the game, or we didn't get anything out of it. But still, it's a bit of a shit rule.
And also, like, I get it. There are some keepers who come so far off their line. But, like, when you looked at it in the VAR, his heel was, like, a millimetre off of the line. Like, it was one of those ridiculous offside decisions with, like, an armpit hair.
Oh, yeah, we know them. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking of which, I was going to bring up something which you've probably already got in the bank for later, so I won't take
No,
over.
I do think that's of all the rules at the moment, that's probably the one that I care least about. Is like, I just think I don't see how else you can do it really. Just keep your foot on the line and that's it. Yeah. If you want to leap forward first, then stand behind the line. It's simple. I mean, you don't have to do much as a goalkeeper. Just do that. Yeah. Just have your foot on the line. It's not hard. And I know it was only a millimetre, but you've got to draw the line somewhere.
So if you're in Stockley Park, you can just draw the line wherever you fucking want and decide it's offside.
Yeah, I mean, the offsides are ridiculous.
Yeah.
They need to change that. That's ridiculous, because offside originally, it was to stop the striker goal hanging the whole time. Yeah. Or elbowing the goalkeeper in the face and shit like that, not to split knee hairs. Souček or Bonner, 2 set pieces, 2 headers from set pieces. Was that right? I just watched the highlights in preparation for this.
Well, I should have done that.
Forgot them immediately.
But it sounds about right. I mean, both players have been great. I mean, as well with Man City, Ogbonna was absolutely outstanding for us and has been missing now for like 3-4 matches. And like I said, Dawson has stepped up massively, but he's not the same ability level as Ogbonna. We've really missed him in our team. I don't know if he's going to be. I don't think he's ready for the game. Although saying that, I haven't actually looked at our injury list, so I'm assuming he's not playing, but he'll be a big miss. And Souček has been one of the players of the entire season, really.
Well, on your injury list should be both of your keepers.
They are. I do know that. But Moyes said Moyes did say that he hopes Fabianski will actually be back for it. Right. But it's going to be.
So let's move on to the preview then. Yeah. So predicted lineups: Fabianski, Koufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell. Then you've got 2 holding midfielders. Southgate would be proud. Rice and Souček. But only 1 right back. So Southgate, you get minus points from Southgate for that. Then in front of Rice and Souček, Bowen, Lingard, Fornals, and Antonio. Does that sound about right to you?
The thing is, you just don't know. I mean, you've got Ben Rama. He could start as well. He could take the place of Fornals or even Bowen. We've got a lot of options, but I think that's going to be pretty close. I'll be surprised if there's much difference. Potentially Ben Rama instead of Fornals. But yeah, we'll see. But I like that. I like the fact that we've got some flexibility and it doesn't affect us. And, Jesse Lingard coming in has been like, he's another level. Like we've been playing well all season, but when Lingard came in from the first game, it was like, all right, when your team just gets a player, you watch him play and it's like, all right, yeah, he brings us up, and Lingard is that to us. And he will...
I never thought Lingard would be accused of doing that.
No. I mean, a lot of fans were very on the fence. I actually was all for it because I figured I was only on the fence because of his attitude. Like we talked about earlier, West Ham have got such a good team spirit. And with Jesse Lingard, I was like, do we want to throw him into the mix? But David Moyes has worked with him before in his brief 5 minutes as Man United manager.
I thought he did really well there. Should have stayed, to be fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
He was doing really well for Scum. I was enjoying it. Adam, I don't like you quite as much now that you're all smug. You've gone smug mode.
Well, what am I supposed to do? We're literally, legitimately vying for a Champions League position. I literally don't know what I'm supposed to do with myself.
Listen to him bragging as well about having flexibility from the bench. We've got an 18-month-old from, oh, you'll do. Sit on the bench. We've got
but I know
no
what it's like.
That. Yeah.
I know what it's like to be that. And this season, I mean, I'm not even kidding. Every single day, I spend a significant amount of time just staring at the Premier League table because I can't quite believe it.
We were doing that in the Championship, so kind of know how you feel. Okay, and for Leeds, is it going to be this? Meslier, Alioski, Cooper, Llorente, Ayling, Sparke again. Defensive midfielder, Harrison, Dallas, Click, Rafinha, and Bamford. Is that going to be us, Alex?
I don't know about Alioski though. I'm not sure. And I'm hoping Phillips is back.
That's what I was about to ask.
His hijinks of beeping the horn to put Rafinha off his interview. That's probably him signalling he's coming back to the team. That is clutching at straws. Right. But yeah, we don't play right unless he's back. I'm not convinced with Sparke in the CDM.
You would have thought that Phillips would play a game of under 23s.
Not necessarily though, because he didn't do that last time. So last time he was out, he didn't play any under 23s and came straight back in. So for some reason, Bielsa, with some players, they have to go through the under 23s, but some don't. I think it's how they show up in training, I guess.
Okay, or how long they've been out, maybe.
Yeah. But I think
Rodrigo.
We'll have Rodrigo on the bench, I think.
And he could be in place of Dallas, even.
Yeah, possibly.
And then Dallas goes to left back.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably right, isn't it? I would rather have Dallas at left back than Alioski, the feral child from Macedonia.
All right. So, ref watch then. Mike Dean.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here's something we can all come together as football fans about. Because how the fuck is he still a Premier League referee?
I don't want to get the Do the Mike Dean song stuck in my head again. Because every 5 minutes I'm singing it to myself. So.
No, I'm not doing it.
On the bright side, at least West Ham and Leeds are at the same Mike Dean level, and it's not one of his favoured clubs. Where like Souček, one of the biggest gentlemen in football, puts his arm in the air, accidentally nudges someone, turns and apologises, and then sees a red card from Mike Dean.
That'd be okay. I'd be happy with that.
Didn't Mike Dean have to take some time off because of death threats from West Ham fans?
Well, now, they didn't specify the death threats were from West Ham fans, but there were death threats.
They were in claret and blue. It could have been
from
Burnley.
West Ham fans.
Could have been Burnley.
I mean, we're not the only team with fans that hate Mike Dean. So, But I imagine there's going to be a red card in the game.
But it's just so weird that he's gone through that and he's had to take time off, and the likelihood it was from West Ham, and then the next game he's playing West Ham. I don't understand how he's got this gig. I don't understand how he's got this gig in general.
I don't know,
but
I don't know if you saw it, but he did an interview on that Peter Crouch podcast, and he talked about being a performer, being an entertainer. I just think that's where it all goes wrong, isn't it? I mean,
you're not there to be an entertainer.
No. You're there if you're needed. And if you're not, just get the fuck out of the way
It's,
I don't want to hear or see from you.
it's like a judge in the Supreme Court saying, "No, I've got to give the jury what they want."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guilty!
Just, it's beyond belief. Like, it is beyond belief. The guy is a joke. But yeah.
I sentence you to life!
I'm just surprised that no players hit him yet. I mean, I'm really just surprised that no one's just like lit or a manager after the game. I'm just surprised no one has lost it and hit the guy.
Yeah. I don't want to see that, but I also want to see that.
Yeah. I would quite like to see one of your players just go through him, do it. I remember I used to play six-a-side. I used to play six-a-side football, and we had a referee who was an absolute, like, just same thing, performer. And the boys I play with, they do like trick shots for a living. So that's their job. They're in Dude Perfect YouTube channel. And the referee blew, and one of my mates twatted the ball straight at him. And the ref ran over, and then we're like, no, he just kicked the ball. He had no idea. And we're all like, this is his job. He definitely knew what he was doing. But I'd like to see that,
Yeah,
twatting,
a little bit of needle.
Yeah.
I've come close with one of our referees at the five-a-side. What a prick. He once came, mate, come here. And I went over, and, yes, ref. He goes, what scar is it? He had no idea. Had no fucking idea.
Oh, God.
That's what Mike Dean's doing. Watch out for Mike Dean. Ask one of the players what scar it is.
Oh, my gosh. It's insane, isn't it?
Stephen Hunt.
Bless you.
So he used to play for Reading, Hull, Wolves. He's the player I was thinking of. So he labelled Mike Dean as the most arrogant referee going, in fact, he's probably the most arrogant man I've ever met. He said, at least you could have banter with players, no matter what they were like. I've come across some big players in my time, and there were times when you'd be thinking, I can't believe he said something like that. But even in that context, Dean takes the cake. He just won't talk to you. He dismisses you like you're a piece of dirt. So there you go.
Why are you
universally
interrupting me?
popular?
It's my show. Shut up, child. Do the Mike Dean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anyway, we talk. This guy is a scumbag. I'm kind of interested, and I'm sorry because I keep asking these questions, and you've written your whole plan now, so you're so professional. It's probably not wanted, but at the end of the last show, we mentioned Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now at the time, because I said Declan Rice is definitely a future England captain, and you were like, well, Calvin Phillips. Now at the time, I didn't realise that Calvin Phillips isn't young and literally has no chance of captaining England. What is he, like, 28?
He's 17 years old, isn't he?
Is he like Jesse Lingard, one of those players that's always 22 for their whole career? How old is he? How old's Calvin Phillips?
He's 25. So he was 24 when we spoke.
Was he? I remember looking and thinking he's much older than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's 42, got 5 kids.
Yeah.
A caravan at Filey.
Yeah.
But still, 25 against 22. Also, Declan Rice still, I mean, let's see. The team that Declan Rice is captaining, Champions League contenders. You guys mid-table. I mean, Declan Rice.
We've just been fucking promoted. And this is already well established that it's a mistake that you're in sixth. An error of reality.
It's an administrative error.
The only error is that we don't play our game in hand until Monday, where we'll get to go back up again.
Wow. Very confident.
Yeah, strong talk, It was quite conciliatory last time, wasn't it? And now it's all like, fuck you guys.
You're right, actually. I feel like I'm so sorry that I've turned into a cunt.
It's all that Mike Dean talk. You've just challenged him.
Yeah, I think
you've become a top six. You've become a top 6 club, and it's immediately happened, doesn't it?
I mean, The thing is, you can't know what's going to happen unless it does. And so it turns out this is what happens. It's turned me into a scumbag. So
Right, yeah.
I really do apologise.
We'll just knock you down a peg or two on Monday. It's fine.
Doubtful,
It's all right, yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah, it was all Dick Van Dyke last time. It was all, the affable hammers. Now you've become this smug top six git.
Well, while I'm being a smug git, I mean, your best defender of all time, you have got to thank West Ham for with Rio Ferdinand, after all.
What? When did Lucas Radebe play for West Ham?
So who?
Yep.
Just kidding. He was a bit of a legend, actually.
Wow. Okay, so he's in Texas, lads. You'll find him.
Nah, South African legend. How could you forget Lucas Radebe?
I mean, Rio was good, and he was a really good player, but I think just for character and ability and loyalty, Radebe takes that. I think definitely.
I think Jack Charlton has to be our best
Yeah, that's as well, and
defender.
also John
of all
Charles
time.
as well, best defender and striker in the same game.
Yeah,
Who?
John Charles.
Wow.
Never heard of him.
Wow.
He's how many British players have got anywhere near a Ballon d'Or? So he's one of them.
When was this?
He came third.
When was this? 1953?
About, yeah.
A little bit after that, actually. Thank you very much. And when I say a little bit, I mean only a very few years after that.
Come on. Look, you don't need to live in that past anymore.
But this is how long ago it was. So we, from the transfer fee that we got when we sold him to Juventus, that paid for our oldest stand that we still have, which is called the John Charles stand. And it's that old that it was used in the King's Speech as like a period stadia. So yeah, it's lovely and modern.
Yeah, I mean, I have been to Ellen Road before, so I've witnessed the glory.
So you have been in that stand. That's where they were.
Is that the away fan?
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it's not the worst away stand I've been to by a long way. That goes to Queen's Park Rangers, hands down.
Oh, jeez, yeah, awful.
I remember going for a piss in the toilet. I should have just pissed up a wall in that
You've got a thing about it, mate. You have got a thing about pissing. Like...
But literally, the away toilet at Loftus Road.
Do you need to go?
There's not even a sink. There's literally not a sink. You can't wash your hands afterwards.
You normally piss in the sink.
Upton
saw
Park.
a weird
Park.
French.
Yes. Actually, yes. At half time at Upton Park, people lined up and pissed in the sink.
Yeah.
The thing about QPR though, the basically the concourse is a corridor, and you can't pass two people in it. Like we stood there trying to have a beer before the game, and it's like, oh sorry mate, it's, oh shit, sorry, I'm in your way. Oh sorry, it's fucking tiny. And we got beat. It was shit.
Yeah.
So
Okay. How's the soulless bowl for a piss? Now that we're on it.
Well, actually,
Good facilities?
fairly good facilities. I mean, you can't see the game that well. You're far away. It takes 20 minutes to get to your seat. You have to get what are they called? Those people in Peru that you hire to bring your bag up.
Sherpa.
Machu Picchu.
Sherpa.
They give you a Sherpa to carry your pie. Sorry, your pie. I forgot. We sell popcorn at the London Stadium.
no.
Yep. Yeah. When I walked in
Popcorn.
and saw that, a bit of me died.
Yeah.
No pies.
There are. Well, I think there are, but there are all these fancy little
Right.
booths inside there, and yeah.
Booths.
I mean, I call it a booth because it's not like a normal concourse because it's massive.
I'm just walking to my seat with my salmon en croûte and my popcorn.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
I'm the typical West Ham supporter. You see, I like my cheese and pickles.
Wow, I think you're getting us mixed up with another team there because
Right,
East London. We might be in a nice posh new stadium, but we're definitely not nice posh people.
Right.
Having spent a lot of time in Beckton, yes, I agree.
So, it seems as good a point as any. So we have looked at recent results, the reverse fixture. We've predicted the lineups. We've talked about piss and Mike Dean. You should have everything you could possibly need to know in order to make a preview prediction, score prediction. So, you know how it goes, but for any new listeners, 1 point for a correct result, win, draw, or loss, 2 extra points for the exact scoreline, 1 bonus point for every correct goal scorer. But should you fail to name a correct goal scorer, you will get -1 deducted from your score for every incorrect goal scorer you name, but they are optional. So, with all that in mind, Adam?
I think, and I'm going to be generous to Leeds United here. I think we're gonna win 3-1. I do think you're going to score.
Wow.
I do think you're going to get a goal because, well, especially if we have to start a child in goal. You just have to hit it high in the air and it'll probably go over him. So,
we're starting a child in goal anyway, but he's fucking ace. So.
Yeah.
Fair. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think I don't want to hedge my bets here. Can I just give 1 goal scorer so I'll get a bonus point if he scores? Is that allowed?
You don't have to name any goal scorers if you didn't want to.
But I know I really think Jesse Lingard's going to score. Okay. I just don't know who else will score. So I'm confident Jesse Lingard's going to get a goal.
Ling's 69?
Ling's 69. Probably Antonio. Actually, put Antonio down for a goal as well because he's due one.
Yes, keep naming them.
Due one. But I'll stop right there. No, I'll stop there. Chances are, I don't know. The thing with Leeds is, let's be honest, defensively, a little bit fragile. You don't get many clean sheets. And we have been attacking pretty well. I think we're going to score some goals.
Our keeper is holds the clean sheet record for an under-21. So
for an under-21?
Yes.
We only conceded 35 goals in the championship.
So
we have an excellent defense. It's just they're
all injured.
They're all fucking injured.
Yeah. But you've conceded 44 goals. That's more than any team above you. Considerably more than any team above you.
It's the Simon Grayson thing. We just score more than them. That's fine.
I think if you actually look at a lot of those goals that we conceded, like the Scum game, that's a complete write-off. Forget about that. Then there's the Palace game. All their goals, you will never see 4 flukier goals than that, or 3 at least. Leicester, that was all our own doing. Cock, basically, the amount of cock-ups he made, there's fucking 15 goals right there. Anyway, sorry. Hit nerve there.
Nerve.
I liked it. Hey, it worked. I've wound you up a little bit.
Yeah, you did. We're good at defending. Okay? Just not in the Premier League so much. With children, defensive midfielder. Alex, what's your score prediction?
I think it's going to be one of them topsy-turvy games where I don't think Leeds are going to be fancied for anything and we're going to run out 2-0 winners. And I think Bamford's going to get both of them. And everybody's going to be like, what the fuck? Where did that come from after last week? And then we'll go on and then we'll lose the week after. So.
Do you know what? I never, ever make a prediction. But for the result, I will say that I'm very, very confident. Ooh. Very confident. I do think we're going to win.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm very surprised because I think the only chance you've got is if the players are taking their mind off of this game and thinking about Manchester United.
You've become such a
fucking
smug bastard.
Hell.
You're top 6.
I only said that because I wanted to see the reaction. I actually don't believe that, but I said that just for that reaction, and it was brilliant.
Wow. But the thing is, we're going to cut that out now that you said I only did it for the reaction, and we'll just cut it so you look like a massive scumbag.
Oh, well,
I think you're going to Icarus it. That's what you're going to do. And if for the children who don't know about that, it's a Greek myth where the character Icarus flies too close to the sun and all of his feathers burn up, and he falls to the ground and dies. And that's exactly what's going to happen to West Ham.
This is literally the second time this week that I've been called Icarus. Because
Oh.
I was on another West Ham show, a trivia show against someone, and I was bigging myself up the whole time. I was winning, walking the quiz. The last round, I got 0 points and I lost. And they said the same thing. I've been called, yeah.
That's called foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Not to be confused with foreshoring, where you mysteriously disappear and never to be seen again.
but I don't know. I'm surprised you're confident because with the pace we've got up front, like I really think we're going to get behind and cause so many problems to your defense. Like I really can't see. I really don't see us scoring less than 3 goals.
Oh,
I know that's a crazy thing to say, and we'll see what happens. I very well could be totally wrong, and I'll hold my hands up and I'll send a little recording and I'll say credit to Leeds United. I got it very wrong. I'm capable of putting my hands up. But
You need to do one of those YouTube videos where it's all black and white, and the title is I apologize ... You're just saying that as a minimum, you're going to score 3 goals against us as a minimum, and I quote now, cannot see us scoring less than 3 goals against you.
Yeah. But
Oh my God.
I really do think that's
I'm
going
in
to happen.
danger. I'm in the Kevin Keegan danger zone.
Go on, do it.
I'm straying right into it. You're pushing me in there.
do you know what? It's actually nice though, because normally we get quite diplomatic score predictions like, oh no, I think it'll be a tight game. You guys have done really well this season. It's going to be close. But then it's like, fuck it, 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice.
I mean,
And you got me here. I would love it if we get a clean sheet against these. I would love it.
oh, yeah. I mean, I apologize because I know last time it was a lot more fun because we were a lot closer together, and it was but now wow, this has been an eye opener for me that it's changed me in this way.
Right. Yeah, because you used to be so humble, so affable.
Yeah.
You were the little cockney,
I know.
Whoa,
At the end of the
apples
episode, it
and
was like,
apples and pears.
oh, we'd love to have you back next time. At the end of this, it'd be like, why do we get that cunt back? Never again. Fuck that guy. What a prick.
I like Leeds United, I do. It was old Dick Van Dyke and you're a wizard, and all the, it was so nice. And now what's just the taste of the top 6, and it's done you in. You're a changed man.
We'll probably rest people because we want to rest them for Man United.
Imagine that. No, we didn't say that, but we have had a lot of rest. I mean, we've had 9 days since our last game, so the players.
Are you good at? Have you got a good record at home?
I mean, we've got a good record everywhere, really.
Oh my God! Look at him now.
Jeez, I cannot wait.
Get over yourself.
Cannot wait now. I wasn't even bothered for this game.
Yeah,
I'm bothered now.
Hey, isn't that good? I fired you guys up.
You have. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Right. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. It's going to be more entertaining now until the 17th minute when we go 1-0 up when Jesse Lingard scores.
I think now is the time for us to finally end the London curse.
Yes.
I think it's been far too long.
But
15
it's
games.
still going.
Oh yes.
Oh
yes. But to be honest,
my goal tally just went up to 4.
See, it'll be good for us to see a football pitch because we don't get to play on them at home.
No, we've got an ice rink. So
right.
But that potato crop will come out lovely. So
yeah.
Oh my
Right,
gosh.
Is that it?
I think it is, isn't it? I can't get any more needles now. But,
Yeah. Have we pissed enough opinions up the wall? Have we flew too high to the sun? And is this podcast now crashing and burning to an end?
Is the wax holding your feathers starting to disintegrate slightly?
Oh, we will see. But like I said, I don't know. I mean, we're up there for a reason. And
it's an administrative error.
Yeah, due to COVID.
Yeah, that's it.
There's
your
Karen Carney-esque opinion.
Come on, Donny, make a prediction. You're feeling confident. You've already predicted a Leeds United win. So you've already broken your normal. Just give us a score. Go on, do it. Everyone wants to hear it. Everyone listening definitely wants to know. And let's be honest, the London curse needs breaking. It's been a long time. Maybe your prediction is what breaks that curse.
Don't listen to him. Don't be pressured. Don't be pressured into it, Donny. Don't do it.
Do it. Just do it. Why not?
It's not heroin.
I'm going to go for 2-0.
Don't do it, Donny.
Don't do it. Don't jump for the love of God.
Oh God. I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think it's going to be 3-1. I think it's going to be 2-3 or 4-1 to Leeds United.
I mean,
there you go.
I don't know.
I'm not even able to give one singular prediction. I have to give 3.
No, I mean 3-1.
Just because I get so anxious about it.
3-1 was your first one, so that's the one I'm going to take. And at least you're going to be close because you got the score right, just the wrong way round. So,
how about this? I think it's going to be 4-1 to Leeds.
I mean,
and I think Rafinha's going to get 2, and Bamford's going to get 1, and we're going to score from a header, probably Cooper, from a corner or free kick. There you go.
I'm just going to tell you now that it's very apparent from that prediction that you've not watched West Ham play lately, because I can't see any world where Manchester City could barely beat us. And the players after the game were on their knees, disappointed to lose to Manchester City.
Yeah, we've not lost to Man City though. So
have you only played them once?
That's irrelevant.
You've also lost to West Ham every time you've played them in the Premier League this season. So
yeah, that's true. But West Ham haven't done the double over us in the Premier League, and the last time it was Alex. Remember?
Fucking hell, 50 odd something.
1953.
Yeah.
Oh, that was when that lad who
John
got
Charles
stand named after him.
Yeah. We've come full circle.
Yes. Maybe you dig him up and put him on the pitch, put him in goal. Who knows?
Mate, fucking hell, he was a big lad. He could put him in goal now, it'd be all right. So,
can we not joke about digging exhuming the body of one of our greatest legends, please?
Yeah, I'm going to revise my score prediction. John Charles is going to get an header.
The ghost of John Charles. Who knows? Maybe Mike Dean will I don't know, summon him up and score a header himself.
I just think Mike Dean needs to go back to being Jasper Carrot. He was so much funnier as that guy.
Totally agree. Yeah,
right.
And he can stay in Birmingham as well, and let him roll him out to referee an Aston Villa match every now and then.
Yeah,
wasn't he doing ice skating with Torval? You should go back to that, shouldn't he? Wasn't it Torval
and Mike Dean? You're right.
Yeah, Torval and Mike Dean. It was.
It was.
I knew it was.
And then he went into films, wasn't it? With Pearl and Mike Dean. And
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no wonder he's got this flair for the dramatic.
Yeah. Too many fingers, too many pies.
We're literally trying to cut the weeds down with the fucking machete at this point. So, final thoughts then, lads. Who wants to go first?
Go on, Alex. Oh, you want me to go first? The guest first.
Yes.
Well, I will say, regardless of what happens in this, it's absolutely been a good season for both teams. You know, both of us at the start of this season had the same ambition, which was to stay in the Premier League, to consolidate, to build a better squad, make some improvements, and be a stable Premier League team. So regardless of what happens in this game, and probably really for the rest of the season, you know, both West Ham and Leeds United have had a decent season. We've really done well considering what we all expected. And I think it's going to be a good season really at the end of this for both of us.
Cool. You know, he's right all back now. He's right back.
Look at that. You can be nice. Look at that. Hey.
The problem is, there's a lot of people who've already turned the podcast off and just searching Texas for us. So, for myself, I think similar. I mean, the reason I say that I wasn't really bothered about this game is I think we've already done enough this season to stay up, and that was the prime objective. So any win is a bonus for me. There's no real needle against teams other than like Man United and stuff. West Ham are essentially the most Leeds-like team in London. So it's going to be a decent game. So yeah, I'll be happy when we win 4-1 because it's a decent prediction. That so we've got to be confident. We've got to.
I'm going to tell you now. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm going to say now: if Leeds can beat West Ham 4-0, I will donate £100 to the charity of your guys' choice. Okay,
cool.
If that happens, because and I was going to say an even higher amount, but Leeds.
Your confidence is slipping now that the coin is out. I get it.
No, but I mean, if there was no chance of Calvin Phillips playing,
if you keep talking, in 5 minutes it'll be okay. £5. I can £5.
No, £100. If it's 4-1 to Leeds, £100, charity of choice, or even if you hate charities and are horrible people, to your podcast and your own personal funds. If you want that, I mean, I'll let you decide.
Maybe we'll do something for charity in the summer then, Adam.
I'm up for it.
Let's do it. Let's do that. Okay. So the end of a very strange podcast where. What were we talking about right at the start? We were talking about Granny Val.
Yeah, the legend.
And that was really generous of Adam to mention that. But then at the end, you were exhuming John Charles.
Hey, you get me on the podcast, you're guaranteed some form of entertainment. Might not...
I don't know what the artwork for this pod's going to be now.
How the tables have turned. It's going to be Snoddy.
We haven't mentioned Snoddy.
Yeah.
Oh, what a hero.
Well, it's too late now. You want to mention him?
Snodgrass.
Quickly? There you go. Do you want to mention him too, Adam?
I miss him. I do miss Snoddy. I wish we kept hold of him.
Yeah, that's the thing. We started doing this, and then all of a sudden he's gone off on loan to somebody or other. So.
West Brom. No, he's gone. But to be fair, trading in Snodgrass for Jesse Lingard, as much as I loved Snodgrass as a player and as a person, yeah, I think it's a pretty decent upgrade.
Well, we're never, ever going to agree with you on that. And if you did want to make it easier for people, just let me know your address in Texas, and we'll sort that. We'll sort all that out. Don't worry about that.
I'll narrow it down. I'll narrow it because Texas is literally bigger than England by so much. So I'll narrow it down for people if they're really interested in hunting me down. Just keep in mind that every single one of my neighbors absolutely owns guns. But I live in Frisco, Texas.
Okay. Yeah, maybe call that off. I think that's a bad idea. Bad idea, guys. They've all got guns. Forget about it. They're psychos.
They are. I don't. But it is actually genuinely that easy to buy a gun.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, I remember that from the other match preview. If you didn't check that out, you should check it out because it's very funny. It was much funnier than this one. Back in the times when Adam was humble and affable. Anyway,
I used up pretty much all of my Leeds United stories the first time round.
So not much then.
So if you've enjoyed this podcast, we are on Twitter at Peacock's Raw. The same thing for Facebook, though we hardly ever go on there. We're on YouTube, the Roaring Peacock LUFC fan channel. Maybe I should change that to Leeds Fan TV. Do you think people search for that more? Is that better branding?
I think probably somebody already has that. But yeah,
do they?
Can do. I don't know.
Well,
just change it to Arsenal Fan TV.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to get some clicks. I knew it. I knew there was a way to get noticed more. We've cracked it. This marketing thing is easy. My name's Adonis, and you know me as @TheAdelites on Twitter. It's a very good bye from me. And joining us on this podcast was @Riot Badger, and that was our merchant seller, Alex.
Hello. Thank you. Bye.
Merchant seller.
Merchant seller. I sell merchants.
Right. And from the West Ham is Why We Drink podcast. It's Adam. It was Adam. A very goodbye from him. That was very meek.
Yeah, it was. That was
We squeezed all the energy out of you.
Goodbye.
You got nothing. Cut your balls up, reduce you to a little kid.
Oh, you've made me second guess myself now. I'm like, surely we're going to beat Leeds. Surely. Are we going to beat Leeds? Oh, is there a chance that we might
Am I going to lose £100 to charity?
Yeah.
I'll happily lose £100 to charity, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry, boys. As much as I love spending time with you, you know.
Come on, Leeds. Come on.
Come on, dirty Leeds.
Enjoy the game, everybody.
Yeah.
Most of our stats come from LUFC Stats or LUFC Data on Twitter. A very special thanks to Barney Stewart, Cook, Ewan and Howard Metcalf, Josh Pearson, Laura, Leon and Rob, The Light Show, and all our family and friends.
So many games to play, don't care what's on your mind.